The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Indiana Pacers. Checking out the Pacers playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games. They can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he might not be able to dominate for 82 games, but he could do it for 40. And then he could do it for playoff time. So I do think the knee surgeries took a little toll on him, as they would any player, but I still think he has a lot left in the tank.
He might be able to get back to his MVP level, but that's going to take a full season.
It's the Pacers in Indianapolis as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. Chicago trailing here. So for Chicago right now, Rose is the one with Butler as the two. Batum is out there with Portis, and it's Welch in at the 5.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Jordan, feeds it to Whiteside. It's stolen by Rose. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And Batum gets it to go on the assist by Rose.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
George with the ball. Butler covering, and a wide open look for Jordan. Not really his range, and it's off target. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
And, Kevin, I asked him what he thought would be a key factor for them coming into this game. And he said, well, our length and shot blocking should help. It gives offenses something to think about when they come inside the lane. And oftentimes, that tentativeness can be a game changer. Guys, every team in the league wants that interior presence, and he just explained one big reason why.
Terrific, Doris. Thanks, guys. What's your take on that?
You know, I think it's probably the way to go. The defensive approach suits their style and their personnel. So I think you go with it.
Yeah, and you stay true to your identity, and theirs is clearly at the defensive end.
Indiana again missing. Here's Rose. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
It's Jordan on the wing. He's covered by Rose. Stolen by Rose. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And slam dunk by Butler.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
No, I tell you what, he earned his...
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Pacers have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
And so he hits both. The Bulls leading by 5. Holiday attacking, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment.
And he gets it to go.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Turner up top. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Parsons outside. And it comes off the front of the rim. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Bulls. They lead by 5. And we'll get the second quarter the second quarter beginning in just a moment. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Chicago leading by 10. So for Chicago right now, Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Portis is out there with Batum, and it's Welch in at the 5 down low.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
And once again off the mark by Indiana. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Here's Jordan. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. The Bulls in second.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Chicago's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Rose passes to Butler. And the shot no good, a bit short. Pacers trail by 9. And George kicks to Jordan. Tries a 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 7 rebounds in the game. It's rebounded by Indiana. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And 3 from Jordan. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got rebound number. Now on the night. Dishes it to Butler. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And that's now 7 points for Jimmy Butler. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
Looking here at some numbers for Batum. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 5th for free throw shooting. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And, you know, he's been deadly from the charity stripe. Phenomenal asset to have on your team, a dead-eye free throw shooter.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers stepped up to deliver. He ended with 7 points, and he made them pay for their fouls, putting up a good amount of his totals from the line. A performance like this was just the trick his team needed to snap their losing streak.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
And Turner kicks to George. They get a hand on it. To the paint. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Rose with the ball. And the shot is long.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And the first half is now in the books. Bulls lead by 15. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Coach Vogel, a tough going for your guys so far tonight. What's been the biggest obstacle to pulling off your game plan?
Well, they're just a great defensive team. You know, we're not handling our pressure well enough. We're trying.
as we begin the second half. First half wasn't even close, guys. And substitutions here. Pacers trail by 13. Outside Jordan, poked away, taken away by Holiday. And for Chicago, Evan Turner is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then there's Roberson. Then it's Holiday.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Indiana Pacers. Checking out the Pacers, they've been on top of their game from the opening tip of the new season. Each time out, they seem to be refining their approach and getting more confident as a unit. They've got to feel good about how things are starting to take shape. And with a little bit of time here before tip-off, I'll kick off a topic. Defense, as we know, a key to winning basketball. Kenny, talk about the hallmarks of a great defensive team.
Well, first, there has to be an anchor in the back. And if you have an anchor in the back, then all of a sudden you can start with containing the basketball and denying those open lanes, because you know if they try to get to the rim, the anchor is back there. And after that, it's all about getting your hands up and making sure you contest every single shot.
Your anchor has to be a great communicator. He has to talk, help his teammates, make those extra plays like, hey, move, slide your feet, Ernie, pass the ball, give it back to Kenny.
And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Certainly some confidence for Indiana with the win in their last matchup against Philadelphia.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Picked by Okafor. Inside and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Yeah, it's going to be on Miles Turner. The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the night.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
He's perfect from the line this time. Indiana leading by 4. And here is Jordan. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against